So Kirsten, how long have you been in the lending industry?
Well, let's just say it's been a long time, over 25
Over
years.
to, you don't look it. You don't look it.
Thank you, darling.
So tell me, what is the biggest difference between 25 years ago and today?
Well, that is not a difficult question. It definitely is property values.
Of course, of course. And I will validate that by saying I was doing some research recently, and in March of 2024, the average sales price in the South Bay area was 1.9 million, and that's up from last year.
Still shocking to me,
It's
but
it's very
what we live with.
shocking. It's very shocking. And actually, there are about 72.5 million millennials that are in the US, and 45.5 million of them are going to become home buying age. 54% of millennials are needing support, specifically down payment support when they go to purchase a home.
Right.
Yeah, so it got me along the topic of, it got me thinking about generational wealth. And I wanted to have this conversation with you because I want to pick your brain and just help me to understand how real estate can be leveraged for generational wealth. Like, I'm middle-aged, and if I wanted to help a family member purchase their first home, how would I go about doing that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And actually, it brings to mind that's kind of my favorite sort of dipping my toe into new clients. I love it when it's multi-generational. So you've got the kids that are coming into home buying age, the parents who own property and have been able to have a lot of appreciation. So as far as looking at that, parents can help children in several different ways. The support could be through down payment assistance, whether it be something that they have in investments that they can gift to their children, that they can use for their purchase, or whether it be equity in their homes that they can tap into if they want to provide that, or if they can simply use their equity and the children can then pay for it, if you will, by taking a loan against the parents' equity. They can do it that way. They can also assist them with co-signing, meaning if the children are in need of a little bit more income to sort of push them over the hump on qualifying. Those are some different ways that they could assist.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, I would love to get deeper into the different sources of income for down payments, but I have one scenario I wanted to run by you. Let's just say, I've got a freshman in high school, and I know that freshman in high school wants to go to a specific school, and I want to be able to create generational wealth for that individual. Is it a good strategy to potentially invest in a smaller home in that particular college city so that when they're ready, they have housing for their stay at a university, for example?
Yeah, and I do think that a lot of families that are that can do that, as far as affordability,
Right.
really have a leg up. Number one, they know that their child has housing because that's become an issue at a lot of universities and colleges across the country. So they'll have housing for the duration of their schooling. And as you had mentioned, potentially, again, if the affordability is there, that home or condo or what have you could be their principal residence, the child's principal residence after they graduate from college. Or they could then have that as an investment property so that they could rent it out to another student or other students and then have that income coming in. Or at that point, sell the property and take that equity or appreciation and move that into that child's next home or their first home.
Right.
Or the parents could then take that equity and move it into another rental property in a different location.
There you go. There you go. And that brings me to my third question. There are several different ways that you can leverage a home. You can do a home equity line. You could do a cash out refinance. You could even potentially do a reverse mortgage.
Sure.
Talk to us a little bit about those scenarios and what the pros and cons are of each.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So for a home that's currently owned, again, in this scenario, we're talking about the parents having home ownership. An equity line would be in addition to their first mortgage. So they would go ahead and put an equity line, which is basically like just a big line of credit.
Yeah.
So for example, if they wanted to provide their child with, $60,000 to use towards a down payment, they could then borrow that against their home. There would be a monthly payment associated. And I have seen before where the children would take over that payment on the equity line. Or I've also seen where the parents would pay for that. That's just sort of their contribution towards this child's first home.
Right.
So that would be one way. The next way you had mentioned was a cash out refinance. That would be refinancing the actual first mortgage on the parent's home and then taking some additional cash out. Right now, a lot of people are still enjoying those, low rates that happened in the last, 2, 3, 4 years. So that's really not common, but that definitely can be a strategy and has been in the past. Reverse mortgage is another way. Sometimes when parents get a little bit older, although over 55 is the age to be able to tap into a reverse mortgage. And if the parents own the property free and clear, without a mortgage, they may want to consider a reverse mortgage, which would mean that they could take equity out of their property in an amount which is equal to a formula for their age and also for the value of the property. They could simply take that money out of the property and never make a payment on it. So the property serves as the mortgage holder, basically, and that payment would accumulate. But that's a really great source of being able to take some money out of a house.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I feel like you've given us a lot of great information that we can consider as we're helping out those 45.5 million millennials that are coming into the buying age. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
Thanks, Darlene.
Thank you for watching this video. Let's stay connected. Subscribe to my channel for more useful topics on all things real estate. I'm Darlene Perry, your San Francisco Bay Area real estate connector. I'll talk to you soon.